Bang! Neeves. I'm Jared with my lovely wife, Kara.
Hello there.
And today we are doing a very quick good and bad review on the Para 3 Lightweight.
AKA the Pee-wee Para 3.
You're probably not going to get too much more out of this than you would have out of the 100 other videos.
Let's be real, you're going to get a lot of love put into this video because it's us.
Here's a quick size comparison with the SOG Terminus XR. The Spyderco is 7 1/8 inches long with a 2 7/8 inch blade, which is just under 3 inches and just over 7 inches in total length. Here is the Benchmade mini grip and the SOG Terminus, and then we'll just do one more with the Benchmade Griptilian just so you can see how much smaller it is. Sorry for the bright light. There you go. All right, so it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Okay, so obviously you guys know this has the compression lock where you just squeeze back here. It's better for right-handed users more so than left-handed users. This one does come with the wire pocket clip that works really well, and it's got the FRN plastic handles. Okay, so let me just show you. It also comes in CTS BD1 steel, which I'm not mad about. This knife is how much were these? 90 bucks? I think they're just under $100. I think they might have some now that are a little over 100. But anyways, this version was under $100, and it's USA made, which is really cool. I did sharpen, and I've used this. We've had this for a little bit now, so we have both gotten to enjoy it and deploy it. Yeah.
Oh.
What are the things you like about it?
Well, I am a wire clip sucker, so I really like that part. The size is, okay, nope, Kara can't do this today. The size is also, decent for me, a little on the big side, but it is what it is. I like the compression lock. The steel and the edge have seemed
Why don't you get in this chair so you're in front of the camera instead of upside down?
I like being upside down.
Well, then put your arm
They'll
around.
get to see you, don't worry.
Me.
Anyway, so yeah, there's a lot of positives. It's like your standard Para 3, just with plastic scales. I do enjoy that weight. It's kind of like the way the bug out is, where you have something you can kind of throw in a loose pair of shorts and not have to worry about it pulling your pants down. So that's cool. But I'm not going to lie, I probably have more bad things than good to say about this knife, but it mostly revolves around some stuff that we will get to shortly.
Okay, so I do like the wire clip also. I like the deployment. I think the size is really cool. It's a nice small EDC size. I love the front choil. The steel is not bad. It is a mid-grade steel that it took a really good edge, and it holds up pretty good. It's not horrible. Obviously, it's a Spyderco, so you got this ramp right here. That's pretty good. The jimping is... I love Spyderco's jimping. Spyderco's jimping is always done well. The compression lock is good. I know it's a nice, strong locking mechanism. And, you know, like I said, the ergos are really good. And this is a very useful blade shape. I love the blade shape. You know, everybody always says that when I talk about the blade shape. They're always like, yeah, Spyderco blade shape. But yeah, I'd really like a drop point blade. I think they just look a little bit better, but this is technically a perfect blade shape for the things that I like.
Bad?
Okay, bad things.
Okay, so when I was saying that there's probably more bad things I have to say, it wasn't like because like the knife is bad. It's really, really strong opinion-based thing. So for one, the scales, I don't always hate FRN, but in this instance, these are like really plasticky feeling. I'm also really not a fan of that like spider pattern thing they do. Makes it look like a toy. The other thing is some compression locks are easy to use left-handed, or like easier. This one is kind of just annoying because the plastic makes it slippery for me to get that awkward little grip going on for me to be able to do it left-handed, so that kind of sucks. The other issues that I have with this particular knife is the action on it like, I don't know why, but I never had this problem with a Para 3 or Para 2, like the regular ones, and some of it is probably my fault, or maybe it's the awkward way I'm slipping a little bit with the edges of the plastic being slippery, but I feel like I have a harder time getting it to drop shut, and I really do think that's something to do with my left-handedness and the way the scales feel. Because, like, right here, I'm slipping on this smooth edge, and it's just so uncomfortable, and I wind up having to do a lot of shaking to close it. But again, that's probably more me than anything else. So.
Yeah, because I don't find any of those things because, like, the texture, I do not like the FRN. I'll say that right now. I do think that if it was G10, I don't understand why they couldn't just round off the edges of G10
There's
and
like
do
other types of FRN that aren't as bad, like different kind of like
this is very
composite
plasticky,
mixtures, and this one's like really like it's like a toy.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I could just break it right in half, and also I don't. I mean, like I said, I don't like the FRN. It does feel very cheap to me, and I don't understand why just regular G10 they couldn't just round it off and do the same thing. And I don't have a problem with deploying it or anything like that because it does drop completely shut without what?
I'm sorry, I just have a question. They make this in G10 though.
Yeah.
Like you're just saying, why couldn't they have made the lightweight, just like lighter G10 scales?
Yeah. They could have rounded it all off and done the same thing instead of doing it all squared off. Like, you know, like all these chamfer and thing. Because I find that the ergos feel really good because everything's rounded so nicely.
I was just trying to clarify.
But I do find that the grip for me is just fine. But if I was left-handed, I could see it maybe being an issue. But this thing is very drop shutty and it's locked up really nice. Like I don't have no problem with that. But I also feel like because of the plastic, like I could just break it. Also, I don't like that, and I'm sure you heard this from a lot of the other people, that the Foster Bronze washer's only on one side.
Ooh, yeah.
So that makes it to where it's off-centered. It's not centered, and it's because of that. What else? Also, I don't like that they used the T6s instead of T8s all the way around, like the regular Para 3. I know this is the lightweight version, so they're trying to cut every ounce they can. I just don't feel like just to cut ounces, you shouldn't have to cut integrity.
How much did you really save from that screw? You know what I mean? Like that wasn't the place to take away.
We should have brought out the bug out because this was supposed to be like kind of like their challenge to the bug out, or their competitor to the bug out. Now this thing is 20 thousandths behind the edge. I don't mind that. I do think Spyderco's could get thinner behind the edge and do just fine. These are EDC knives. They're not claiming to be hard use knives, so it could have definitely, with all this drop, they could have did a little bit better grind, but that's neither here nor there. This thing slices like a beast. It cuts really well, and 20 thousandths behind the edge is nothing to complain about. That is a great thickness behind the edge. So there are a lot of things to like about it, and I do like it more than I dislike it. So I'm not gonna say I dislike it. I do like it. I just feel like it's a toy almost. There is a point of which, you know, you lose strength and like and this is my opinion, 100% my opinion. So when I pick up something, there is a point of which something's like, okay, this is a little heavier than it needs to be. And then there's a point of this is too light, because I want to feel still that it's strength. I want to feel encouraged that if I use this every day, all day, I'm not going to break it or, you know, or just mess it up.
To be a devil's advocate, like you have to use things for what they're made for.
That's true.
You can't yell at, like, it's like if that old saying, like, you know, you're going to make a fish feel really stupid if all you're telling it to do is climb a tree. Okay, you're going to make this knife fail if all you're trying to do is things that are clearly going to break it, when it clearly could be just a perfectly fine light-duty EDC knife and never have an issue.
100%. And that's why I said this is just basically my opinion, because I'll tell you what, I went jogging with this knife today. So I definitely carry it over other knives because it's nice and lightweight. But I'll tell you what, I don't have a problem carrying some other knives that are just a little bit heavier than this. I think there's just a thin line between what's too little, like what is too light, you know, for the size. What's too light and what's too flimsy, what's too this, what's too that. If you have to cut so many corners to make something light, maybe you cut too many. But hey, you know, I still like it. So I'm not saying, that's actually a bad thing. I'm just saying my opinion on a very, very lightweight knife.
I also just want to make one more thing I did forget to say on my little list here, and that was just that when they made this knife, I was really hoping, like, I know with the Para 3 that really all that is smaller on it is the blade is shorter. The handles, I'm pretty sure, are the same size as the PM2, like for the regular Para 3. I was really hoping when they made the lightweight, they might actually decrease the entire size a little bit. To this day, there's really not any version of the paramilitary that is...
it is a little bit smaller.
Barely.
Yeah.
So there's not really a good version of the paramilitary that's actually compatible for like females' pockets. Which really sucks, man, because they would probably sell a lot more of these, and that's why you usually when you see girls, what Spyderco do they always have? The frickin' Delica.
Or the Para 3. The Para 3 because the clip is all the way down here, so you can use it.
I'm trying to say that it does not fit well in a lot of our
It's
options.
thick too. It is thick.
And it's bulky and it's
Yeah.
fat. I was hoping it would be kind of like the Hinder or Slim or something, like where it's actually reduced, slim, lightweight, all these things. I'm telling you, it would be the next Delica for girls. So it's like, you know what I mean? I was hoping that would be part of it. So that's more of a disappointment than anything. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I have.
All right, there you guys go. I do like it. I do carry it a lot, and I do find that it is not, a necessary knife. I do enjoy it, and a lot of other people do too. So I just, like I said, I just think there is a point of lightness that you shouldn't go to, and you should be more on being light and strong at the same time. That being said, it is a lightweight knife. It's for lightweight EDC. So what the hell am I complaining about?
You know what I'm going to start saying at the end of videos?
I'll take back my piece. Go ahead.
You know what I'm going to start saying at the end of videos?
What?
Gnab.
Gnab.
Because it's bang backwards.
Gnab.
Gnab!